In this video I'll show how I created this procedural hatching shader, but if you just want to use the shader, there's a link in the description to download it for free, including other options like cross-hatching, patch hatching, and half-tones. Now to start making your shader, first add a new material to your object, delete the principal BSDF, and add a wave texture. This texture will be used to simulate the lines created by a pen in a 2D drawing. With the texture node selected, press Ctrl T to create a mapping and a texture coordinate node. Now you can rotate the texture and position how you want. Add a diffuse BSDF, a shader to RGB node, and a color ramp connected to shader to RGB. Duplicate the color ramp, connect the wave texture to the diffuse BSDF and to the color ramp at the bottom. The diffuse BSDF makes it so the color ramp at the top is affected by the light source, while the one at the bottom is not. Now I'll connect both color ramps into a mixed color node set to screen. With this I can control how much shadow I want in my model and the thickness of the lines. After the mixed color node, I'll add a color ramp set to constant, so now I have a very basic pen hatch shader. If I want to add more lines, I can change the scale of the waving texture, but if you look at pen ink drawings, the lines are never perfect like this, always having some holes and imperfections. To replicate that, I'll add a noise texture and connect to a mapping node and a texture coordinate node. I'll connect the noise texture to a color ramp, and I'll use a mixed color node to blend the noise textures with the wave texture. If I inverted the noise color ramp, you can see it creates some white spots in the texture. By changing the scale of the noise textures, I can change the size of the white spots. Now change this color ramp to linear, and add another mixed color node set to screen, and another color ramp at the end set to constant. With this setup, the orb line is running across the entirety of the model, but if I want the lighter parts of the model to not be shaded, I have to add another color ramp connected to a diffuse BSDF and the shader to RGB node, and connect to a mixed color node before the final color ramp node. Now, if you want a more comic book style shading with those really dark shadows, you can add a new color ramp, connect to a shader to RGB node and a diffuse BSDF, and a new mixed color node, this time set to darken.